Robert De Niro is done for. The Biden campaign's gearing up for the upcoming election, enlisting the help of high-profile celebrities to rally support. They even started taking cheap shots by sending Robert De Niro to deliver a speech in front of a New York courtroom where Trump was attending his trial. This move not only proves how desperate the woke left is to shift the attention away from the pressing issues, but also shows how politically bankrupt they are. Douglas Murray shares a similar view and tore through Robert De Niro, questioning his actions and motives. But before I go on with the video, watch the clip.
We don't want to wake up after the election saying, what, again? My God, what the hell have we done? We can't have that happen again. I don't mean to scare you. No, wait, maybe I do mean to scare you. If Trump returns to the White House, you can kiss these freedoms goodbye that we all take for granted. And elections, forget about it. That's over, that's done. If he gets in, I can tell you right now, he will never leave. He will never leave. You know that. He will never leave. What does that mean? Is that the country we want to live in? Do we want him running this country and saying, I'm not leaving, I'm dictator for life?
The desperation and fear of the woke left losing the upcoming election is real. Political campaigns have to understand that making such statements undermines public trust in the democratic process and the institutions that safeguard it. The United States has a strong system of checks and balances designed to prevent any single individual from holding on to too much power indefinitely. In fact, it has never happened before, and it will never happen in the future. By the way, subscribe for more discussions like this. These checks and balances include term limits for presidents, regular elections, and the separation of powers among the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. Suggesting that these institutions could be easily bypassed or ignored spreads unnecessary fear and distrust among the public. Such statements also contribute to deepening political polarization in an already divided political climate. Claiming that a candidate will refuse to leave office will only intensify partisan tension and contribute to an atmosphere of hostility and suspicion. This can make it even harder for people to engage in constructive dialogue and work together on common goals. While political campaigns often engage in hyperbole to make a point, it's important for their statement to be grounded in facts. De Niro's claim lacks concrete evidence, but they engage in such claims to distract from more important issues that need attention during a pivotal election year. Douglas Murray argues that De Niro's actions will have the opposite effect in this next clip.
There you have it. Elections, democracy, it's all over if Trump wins. It got even worse than that, Douglas. I'll be featuring some of the lunacy later in the program. But what did you make of that, and will it have any impact on the voting public?
The only impact that Robert De Niro and other celebrities have when they do this kind of thing is to encourage more voters to silently vote for Trump. First of all, I mean, what is somebody like De Niro thinking of? Who does he think he is? What does he think his role is in society? I mean, he's an actor, and I think a very good one, which is one of the reasons I really dislike it when I see an actor like him do this, because afterwards you can't help but watch him in a role and then think, oh, there's that guy who's a rather tedious political bore. But it is tedious and it is boring. He has no special insights.
Douglas is absolutely correct here. Celebrities typically do not have the same level of expertise in political science, economics, or public policy compared to professionals who have dedicated their careers to this field. Thus, their takes won't be grounded in a deep understanding of the complexities of political issues. That's why when celebrities assume a role of authority figures, the line between informed analysis and popular opinion are blurred. What makes this problem worse is that their opinions are highly influential because of their massive exposure and reach. This leads to oversimplified or misinformed positions being promoted to the public. Media coverage of this topic doesn't help as well, since it prioritizes the sensational aspects of celebrity endorsements over the candidates' platforms and policy proposals. The focus on the celebrity's personality and opinions rather than the critical issues at hand detracts from the electorate's ability to make informed decisions based on the issues that matter most, which misleads voters and distorts the democratic processes since it relies on an informed and engaged citizenry to function effectively. This doesn't mean that celebrities don't have the right to express their political views, far from it, but they don't need to shove it down our throats because that's not what people are expecting from them. Douglas expands on this exact point in this next clip.
Why is he standing in front of a bank of microphones offering his insights about Trump? I've always thought that this celebrity, endorsement, celebrity commenting thing backfires on the people that they support. I think most ordinary Americans, like most ordinary Australians and Brits, we don't really like to be talked at by, mega celebrities who imagine they've got insights they just don't have.
You're so right. I preferred it when they just threatened to leave the country if someone got elected, and
Yes.
they never actually follow through with that either.
It should be clear to everyone that celebrities rely on their brand and marketability to secure roles, endorsements, and other opportunities, all of which play a significant role when it comes to expressing their political affiliations. They also operate within social and professional circles that reinforce left-leaning viewpoints. That's why we see them detached from reality in many instances, because they basically live in echo chambers, and their perspectives are shaped by the biases of their immediate environment rather than a deeper understanding of diverse viewpoints and needs. Celebrities also engage with political issues temporarily, which is around election times, and then move on to other interests. This sporadic involvement contrasts with the sustained everyday engagement that many citizens and activists commit to in order to address long-term challenges and systematic problems. There's also the reality of political landscapes being in constant change. For instance, a few years ago, the left was on the rise and almost snatched the Congress from Republicans, but these celebrities fail to understand that the public's memory can be long, and those who take extreme political positions will find it challenging to rebuild relationships with fans and the public once the political climate changes. This can have lasting effects on their careers, making it difficult to regain their former level of popularity. That's why we're witnessing many Hollywood heavyweights shying away from endorsements any candidates in this year's election, and we'll do a deeper dive on this point in the upcoming video. But before that, let me show more of De Niro's speech, which proves why we should never take people like him too seriously.
I love this city. I love this city. I don't want to destroy it. Donald Trump wants to destroy not only the city, but the country, and eventually he could destroy the world. But we vowed we would not allow terrorists. I owe this city a lot. And that's why it's so weird that Donald Trump is just across the street. Because he doesn't belong in my city. I don't know where he belongs, but he certainly doesn't belong here. We New Yorkers used to tolerate him when he was just another grubby real estate hustler masquerading as a big shot, a clown. But this city is pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns.
I think this clip speaks volumes about De Niro's character. He's a supposed Democrat vowing to protect the country from a dictator, but goes on to limit other people's freedoms just because they have opposing views to him. This behavior is deeply hypocritical. A true commitment to democratic principles involves respecting the rights and freedoms of others, even those we disagree with. Robert De Niro's actions show that he is not genuinely interested in democratic ideals, but rather in pushing the woke left's agenda. This kind of attitude is similar to the very dictatorial tendencies he claims to stand against. But this sort of behavior is typical from the left, where they shut down and cancel opposing voices rather than engage with them constructively, which is one of the main reasons our society is in the current state it is. What are your thoughts on De Niro's speech? Did he manage to encourage you to go out and vote for Biden? Or you're still unfazed about your choice? Let us know in the comments down below.